Am I the asshole for calling out my dad's wife for feeding him 7-hour-old oatmeal instead of the fresh food I made?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I'm a 55 female. My dad, 83 male, had surgery last week to remove a cancerous tumor in his digestive tract. My mom passed away 17 years ago, and he married a younger woman who I've never been a fan of. Feeling is definitely mutual, but I tolerate her in order to have a relationship with my dad. Since his surgery a week ago, all he's asked for is rice and beans. He's 100% Irish, but having been married 38 years to my mom, who is 100% Puerto Rican, he absolutely loves Puerto Rican food.
Okay.
He's basically been on a liquid diet until yesterday after a second procedure and was given the green light to eat solid food. He had a late lunch around 2 p.m. I immediately went home and cooked for him, and my daughters brought it up to the hospital. She had my dad call me at 5 to say he has eaten his hospital dinner and was full, less than 3 hours after he had lunch. My daughters had the nurses put it in the fridge. I had already put his name and date on it. Visited this morning and he didn't have an appetite. His hospital breakfast tray was sitting there and I had brought him breakfast from the diner as well. All he had was coffee. I left a note in his room and even asked the nurse assistant when he came into his room if she could offer him the rice for lunch. I texted his wife the same. Got this text to me/my siblings from the wife after she finally showed up to the hospital after 2 p.m.
Okay.
Your dad wasn't hungry today. Around 2 o'clock, he had oatmeal with chocolate chips, an Ensure chocolate protein shake, and a cup of tea. He is quite full now. He still has some pain/soreness. He is managing his pain without pain meds. So I replied...
What?
Yeah. So I replied, I hope not. That oatmeal that was sitting out from this morning? Her response, the oatmeal was covered and still good. It was superheated and melted his chocolate chips. I called the nurse station to ask why my dad would be allowed to eat food from a tray at least 6 hours old. Turns out wife asked nurse to heat up the 7-hour-old oatmeal, and he asked for his rice and beans, and she, wife, just laughed. Nurse told me she's making sure tray is gone, and she seemed a bit annoyed at the situation. She says she's going to heat it up and bring it to him. I called and spoke to him. I asked if his appetite was back, and he told me he ate the oatmeal. Asked him why he didn't eat the rice instead, and he said he forgot, which is not true because the nurse told me he asked for it when wife asked to have the oatmeal heated up. I made sure to tell the nurse she fed him the old oatmeal absolutely on purpose so he wouldn't eat the food I made. Hold on. Sorry. This is written a little...
Yeah, that's fine. At this point, I would physically beat her up.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I would physically beat the shit out of this lady.
Yeah.
Because I'm an imperfect human being with anger issues.
Yeah, okay. I made sure to tell the nurse she, my stepmom, fed him the old oatmeal absolutely on purpose so he wouldn't eat the food I made. Nurse is aware he's been asking for rice and beans. I didn't tell her initially what it was I just said. I dropped off dinner for him last night and it's in the fridge. She asked me if it was rice. Pretty sure feeding an elderly man hours of old food that was sitting in a window just to be spiteful.
From digestive
from digestive fucking cancer. Pretty sure feeding an elderly man hours of old food that was sitting in a window just to be spiteful is proof of who the asshole is.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole?
No, and tell me where she lives. Dad, I would be so...
No. Yeah. That's wild.
Viscerally angry.
Also, the detail, if it's sitting in the window actually kind of makes it worse for me for some reason. Like sitting in the sun. Oh my God, dude. Okay, because I worked in food and service. I worked in food and bev. I'm pretty special. And you don't have to work in food and service to know that you don't give people hours old food sitting out. Dude, LaCroix,
in general.
LaCroix goes bad in 3 hours. Do you guys think oatmeal, a liquidy concoction filled with fucking...
83-year-old recovering from surgery, if you sneeze around them, they could die.
Yeah.
And you're giving them 7 hours old oatmeal?
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you want to spite the daughter that made him rice and beans like he's been asking for? That's wild, man.
I would go to jail. I'd be in jail right now.
Dude.
And I would be like, Your Honor, she tried to kill my dad.
Yeah. Honestly, though, yeah.
Yeah, like she tried to kill him.
7 hours is way too long. for any food to be
Because
eaten
she
that's out there. Yeah.
hated me. And the judge would be like, yeah, you know, actually arrest her. Actually, she should be arrested and put in jail.
Jury nullification,
Arrest
folks.
her corpse. Put her in jail.
God. That's wild, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was attempted murder. Call the police. Don't. They suck. Don't ever call the police.
No, yeah.
Beat her up. Vigilante justice.
Exactly. That's what you need, yeah. Dude, fucking anything over 4 hours, do not eat if it's just been sitting outside. You gotta have
Especially
it in
if
the
it's
safe
got
temperature
milk in
zone.
it.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah, if oatmeal has...
If it's made with milk, yeah. If it's made with water, I guess. And chocolate doesn't really go bad.
No, yeah, but I mean, even with water, though, that's still pretty not good.
It still doesn't. It wouldn't taste good.
Yeah.
If someone just
Oh my God, if it's
survived
milk, I'm sorry.
cancer, especially digestive cancer, and he just regained the ability to eat
Solid
foods,
food.
get him whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking die at any moment. And he just beat cancer at 83 years old. He should be celebrated.
Yeah,
Why
for
would
sure.
you give him 7 hours old oatmeal? You loser. You absolute loser.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, yeah.
There's nothing like elder abuse that gets me fucking angry.
It sucks, man. Like,
And-
it's fucking wild.
Well, it's just like, it's so severe. We don't talk about it. And also, it affects me because my dad was old, and I saw how many people literally, like, there
Did
is
not
a point.
give a, like, flying fuck about him. Like,
I'm
in his
not
health.
even talking about healthcare people, but like I know there's a level, but also I'm not really judging healthcare individuals because, like,
I mean, they're overworked. Yeah, like, I get what you mean.
yeah,
Like,
if you mostly do, like, I mean, I'm sure if you work in a hospital, you're gonna mostly see elderly individuals. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, like, you know, but like at some point, there's some age where doctors are just like,
I don't fucking know what's
I
wrong
don't
with you.
fucking
I
know.
don't care.
I don't give a shit. And I mean, most of the time, doctors too, if you're a woman, you've been dealing with that too. It's like, just period or anxiety. I don't really know.
Being a woman, like, yeah.
Being you annoying, I guess. Fat, lose weight. You're fat.
Have you ever thought about getting a lobotomy by chance?
But then if you're like a young white man, they're just like, oh, king.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you want to do a vasectomy? Here's like so many painkillers. I care so
Also,
deeply
I'm gonna
about.
pay you to have this
I'm
vasectomy.
gonna pay you.
Yeah.
I'll give you a blowjob afterwards too.
Afterwards, yeah.
Let's just make sure it
Just to
still
make sure it
works.
still- Yeah.
Like that's so but there at some point where it's like, you're too old for me to care about you.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
And I'm not even talking about healthcare workers. I'm talking about just people around. They're like, oh, your old dad had a problem.
I don't know,
It sounds like it's time for him to die. Like, people don't give a shit.
Not my problem.
People literally do not care. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And it baffles my mind that if you're in a relationship with an older person, like, is an age gap person. Luckily, my mom wasn't like, there were moments where I would get really pissed at her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was one time where my dad was looking at a house like next door to us and shit. And, because he wanted to live there. And she would walk in and the house was terrible. It was just god awful. It was like, it was just bad. And my dad liked it. And the entire time my mom was like, what, you're going to walk upstairs every day, you old man?
Jeez.
You can't fucking use your
Christ.
damn legs. That's crazy.
Fucking hell,
You
man.
know, like, what? No, that's fucked up. And then she would like walk around and be like, well, this looks like shit. It looks like shit. And it did look like shit. But he loved it, and he wanted to be there because it was close to me. And I was just like, he was like, well, but and like, there's a level of old where the input that other people around you have, you're just kind of manipulating old people into doing what you want.
Mm.
And it's just gross to me. I just find it gross. It's very weird.
Yeah, man.
So I was pissed at her, and she was like, well, whatever, care about your dad or whatever.
I don't fucking care about him. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, if you are in a relationship with someone, whatever, age gap relationship, I don't care, and they're elderly, you should probably take care of them.
Yeah.
Especially if you knew going in that they were elderly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, shit, man.
Expect to take care of elderly people. Like, I hate that attitude so much.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Fuck
Go
that
fuck
person.
yourself. Yeah, you are not the asshole
At all.
and I will beat her up for you.
APWSTR now offering beating up services.
For committing moral crimes.
Give us one coffee and we'll...
Give me their address. I don't even need to get paid. Okay.
Taking a train up to...
Spending thousands of my own money
Yeah.
to find someone.
Sarah, how are we going to pay rent this month?
Reddit podcaster sent to jail for beating up random woman in Minnesota. That is just me with a fucking my mugshot.
Yeah. Christ. Co-host asked question. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, she just told me she was gonna leave for like a couple days.
She told me she was gonna go beat up a woman because of this Reddit story that we read.
And like, I didn't believe her because I'm like,
and then she was gone.
Yeah,
and now she's in jail.
I didn't think to like call her.
I don't know what she does.
I don't know. That's not. I don't fucking know what's up with that. I don't know her. Get her away from me.
It's just one of those like, and then they were from Florida the entire time, and everyone's like, oh yeah, they're crazy.